Hello folks. All right, so how's everybody doing? Welcome to another video. Hope everyone is safe. Nobody is infected. And yeah, I'm back to using my cell phone for it's actually a little bit better quality to say than the Chinese GoPro knockoff. But of course, when summer comes around, I'm going to have to switch back to the GoPro again because the problem I had last summer was that the camera phone, after about 15-20 minutes, was was overheating. So yeah, so today I got the 11mm punch. It is the Cohiba Yellow band with the red dot, and it is a darker cigar, but I would say it's a medium cigar. I guess when it comes to cigar, mild, meaning that a mild cigar is of course one that's not very strong. Medium cigar is of course medium strength, and you have the strong cigars. So this would be a medium. Yeah, and if you haven't smoked a cigar in a while, I definitely would recommend getting a mild or a medium. Whoa, what the heck? It's not. Relight it, went out. Now the humidor we're setting around 70%. So that's a little bit, I guess, moist. It went out again. Cigar might be a little bit too moist. I don't know. But 70 should be okay. Let me give it a few puffs here. Touch it up again. Okay, I think that got it going. Touch up this one little section here. All right, there it goes. Whew. And of course, oh yeah, hold on, let me get a few more puffs. Yeah, today is a one of the warmer days. No wind, so you'll see the smoke kind of linger around me. Got my Mr. Brown coffee. Bottle of water. And of course, people are worried about us, the U.S., running out of food. As long as we slowly reopen towards the end of April, we'll be okay. Because I'm reading news that livestock are having to be culled. Fruits and vegetables are rotting out in the field because right now is at least for fruits and vegetables right now is the picking and replanting season. So farmers need to harvest their winter crops, and then they need to re-sow for the fall harvest. Now, of course, I think right now is when you plant soy, for the farmers who plant soy, and then most of those farmers, after they harvest their soy, during midsummer, they will plant corn. So if you go out driving in the countryside during, say, October, you'll see, or late August into September, not really October, you'll see all of these rows of corns. But if you go out there now, you'll see these rows of leafy green vegetables. That would be soy. So of course, I guess the talk will be about coronavirus, and I'm not sure if any of the my viewers came down with it. My thinking is that No, the flu virus is a type of coronavirus. It's a round virus that has spikes on it, and I've read a few reports that said that if you test the majority of society, 90% of us will come positive, will show up positive for some sort of coronavirus. And the thing is that it's basically no more. The only difference between the coronavirus and the flu virus is that the coronavirus is a lot more contagious. It's highly more contagious, but it's no more dangerous than the flu virus. It's just way more contagious. And of course, in other videos that I've done, hopefully I didn't delete those, where I was saying, hey, if you got mask, go ahead and wear a mask. Don't listen to the Surgeon General. Don't listen to those doctors. Definitely don't listen to those politicians telling you don't need to wear a mask. Save it for doctors and nurse. And of course, a lot of people rebuttal is, okay, if doctors and nurse needs it, to keep them from getting infected, then why do we not need it? That's because even now, masks have been gone for, some people say masks have been gone for like a month from the store shelves. No, it's been gone for months. We're talking 2-3 months now, because I started looking for them back in January when the news was coming out of China. And they were gone from store shelves back then in January. It's kind of canoeing. You see me touching it up? Kind of canoeing right here on this side. Like it's burning on this side, but it's not burning on this side. Of course, this is made in the Dominican Republic. Supposedly, the guy that makes Cohiba is, I guess he's in Florida now. I guess the guy, the owner, or he has a house in Florida. But supposedly the guy took some seeds from Cuba. He was in Cuba, and I guess he escaped Cuba, took some seeds and escaped to Dominican Republic, where he started, planted the tobacco seeds and started his company. Now, as for cigars, I don't smoke cigars every day. I know some guys do. But I still got plenty of cigars to last me, through the end of this month. Now, if you smoke every day, you might be going through your stash really, really fast. Yeah, so I said it, and I'll say it again. If you got masks, go ahead and wear them. If you don't, make one. You can use a bandana. I remember my wife, she sewed. She's pretty good at sewing, so she was able to sew us some cloth face masks. But you can buy them online too at eBay. I don't know if Amazon. I think Amazon has them too. And they're not very expensive. They're about $5 to $10. A lot of them on eBay are free shipping. So I would recommend buying it off of eBay. That way you're buying it directly from the person, and like I said, a lot of them are free shipping as opposed to Amazon, where you got to buy, either have the Prime, which is like $120, or you got to pay for shipping. And no, like I said, when my Prime membership came up, I canceled it, or I didn't renew it. One of the reasons I don't order that much from Amazon. I order probably 2-3 times if I order anything at all that month. Of course, right now everybody's ordering online because a lot of retail stores are closed. The only stores that are open are grocery stores and knick-knack stores. General Dollars. I think General Dollars are still open. Yeah, it is. Well, at least the one here close to where I'm at is still open. I guess knickknacks are essential for the house. But they sell household goods and stuff like that. So I guess if the store sells household items, they're considered essentials and they can remain open. Okay, now it's puffing nicely and it's burning evenly all around. So yeah, it's not very. I guess it does have a mild to medium taste to it. There's like a slight, very very slight bitterness to the taste. Now, I don't know if cigar stores are still open. There's that Cigar International store up there here in Texas, here in Dallas. I think they're closed too. So if you want cigars, you're gonna have to order it online because online is still available. And of course the Trump versus the media with hydroxychloroquine, and I think it was Xanadine or whatever the antibiotic. So basically, if you take hydrochloroquine plus this thing is Xanadine, how do you pronounce it? Which is an antibacterial. Now, from what I read, what hydroxychloroquine does is that it goes to your cell and it covers up the receptors on your cell, and that's what keeps the malaria, and that's what. As for malaria, I don't know if it straight up kills the malaria bug, or if it covers up the receptors on the human cell to where the malaria bug can't burrow, because malaria is a parasite. So malaria is not it's not a bacteria, it's not a virus. It's actually a parasite. It's just like a tapeworm, just like a tapeworm, stuff like that. It's actually a very small microscopic parasite, and it burrows into your cell. And I guess it burrows in through the receptors on your cell, which the hydroxychloroquine covers up. And supposedly the same receptor that the malaria parasite uses is what coronavirus uses to attach to your cells. So it's I guess that's why it's helping. Because at first the MSN was saying, oh man, it's fake news, Trump is selling snake oil. So now you got Democrats coming out saying, hey man, hydroxychloroquine actually works, and we're not just talking about average person, average Democrat, or average person like me come out and say, we're talking Democrat politicians and leaders who got coronavirus, and it's like, well, you know what, I know it's fake, but I'm going to take it anyways because now I'm sick. Like I say, when these people get sick, the first thing they're going to ask for is give me hydroxychloroquine. So of course now CNN is backtracking. Hey, hydroxychloroquine is actually working, and according to doctors and scientists in China, of course, it was first being tested in China, and it's been known that it's helped patients in China recover from coronavirus, and this was known for months. And of course, when CNN came out and said, "Hey, hydroxychloroquine worked," they actually, were saying that they're saying that because a reports coming out of China. So they're, and of course the MSN, they're in the Chinese's pocket, man. Not only are they in George Soros' pocket, Bill Gates' pocket, they're in Xi Jinping's pocket too. So if China comes out and says, "Hey, hydroxychloroquine work," what do you think they're going to do? Yeah, this smoke is like really lingering around. Well, I'll end the video here, and hopefully everyone stays safe. Again, if you go out, wear a mask. You don't have to worry about wearing gloves. Just come home, wash your hand. Or if you have the travel size hand sanitizer, just leave one in your car. I have one in the car. Come home, wash your hand with soap. Any soap would do. You only have to use Dial and the antibacterial soap. Any soap would do. Even the super fragrant Bath and Body Works, or is it Bath and Body? Well, anyways, my wife buys it. Yeah, but even that super fragrant Bath and Body Works hand soap will clean your hand and get the bugs off your hand as long as you wash your hand. You know, take your if you're taking multivitamins, keep taking your multivitamins. I've added a extra 500 milligrams of vitamin C to my multivitamins. So I'm taking a pill of vitamin C, and that's all you really need. Multivitamins with an extra shot of vitamin C. Keep yourself hydrated. Put your mask on when you go out. Wash your hand when you get home. What I'll do is I'll come in, wash my hand, go get my groceries, bring the groceries in, and before I put the groceries up, I wash my hand again. And hopefully none of the milk cartons and oh yeah, and speaking of that, no toilet papers, paper towels are back on the shelves, and they're staying on the shelves. Now they're actually staying on the shelf, because before, what's funny was that I was at the store, and now I saw it was about 20 boxes of the Walmart brand toilet paper. There was a lot, so 20-30 boxes of it, and went back the next day. I was like, hey, you know what, man? Because I was gonna grab one package, but I didn't, because I had other things to buy. But then went back the next day, and it was all gone. And but now they're actually staying on the shelf. You go back the next day, the toilet paper towels are staying on the shelves. Yeah, and hopefully you haven't spent your stimulus, your $1,200, which will last about 1 month. The $1,200. So if you're not paying a mortgage, and you're not paying your mortgage, let's say you're deferring your mortgage, it's going to be added on as your last payment. So it's not a that payment for your house goes away. It's being added on to the end, and you have to tell them that too, because if you don't, depending on your bank that you go through, the next month they're going to expect a double payment. So you actually have to tell them, hey, can you this month's deferment, can you put it on as the last payment? Sure can, sir. Because again, if you don't, come next month, they're going to expect a double payment. Now, as for rent, rent's probably going to be the same. Probably have to go talk to your landlord. Hey, I'm laid off. I don't have any work. That or I'm deferred. I'm furloughed until next month, where I can go back to work at the factory or wherever it is you work, or back at the office. Can we defer this month's rent? And I'm pretty sure if you tell them, hey, can you put it at the end, or can you put it at the end of the lease, where either you pay double on your last month's lease, or of course if you work with them, or you can push it over to another month. So let's say you have a 6 month lease, turns to a 7 month. Well, actually, rent wouldn't work like that, because then you still have to pay for that. You still have to pay for that month. So yeah. So basically, yeah. So I guess it's either you pay double, because when it comes to rent, you still have to pay for this month, April. So when it comes to rent, your next month's rent is going to be double, or you can tell them, hey, can you put it on the last payment, where the last payment is going to be double. No, the 6 month payment, if you have a 6 month contract, will be a double payment. And and hopefully people do use that $1,200 to pay bills, because that's what it's meant for, is to pay bills. Because you still got to pay cell phone bill, you still got to pay, or if you have a car payment or car payments, if you're a husband and wife, still got to pay insurance on those cars. You got internet you got to pay for. You got utilities. You got to keep the light and water on. But I know in some cities they are, or no, actually, Well, actually, with rent, yeah, with rent, the water and electricity. Well, it depends on the rent. At some place, the water and electricity is part of your rent. In some place, it's separate. So yeah, so you got all these other things that you got to pay for this month, and hopefully, we don't go, past April. Because if we go past April, because there are people already being restless. You got what's funny is you got people here in Texas, down there in Austin, that are protesting Governor Abbott. Talking about whether Trump does it or not, he's going to open Texas back up. Now we got the communists down there in Austin protesting. Hey, we need to stay locked down longer. Of course, these people don't have a job to begin with, so they don't care. It's like they're enjoying seeing the rest of us, having no work and suffering along with them. But then you got over in California, I think Sacramento, that's the capital of California. Then you got people in Sacramento, California, protesting the California talking about they want to lock down. They want to lock down for another few months. And those guys are over there protesting. Hey, we need to go back to work. Same thing with people protesting in Michigan, saying that the Michigan lockdown is too draconian. Okay, well that's it. And it's burning nice and evenly now, and the smoke is nice and thick actually. And this is a perfect cigar to come back to if you haven't smoked in like a month or two. And it's not one that's going to kick your ass. It is a medium cigar size. This is about the size that I like. And of course the bugs, the moths, mosquitoes are back. So summer's just around the corner, and supposedly once it gets above 85, this is what I read. I don't know, I'm not going to test it myself, but supposedly once it gets above 85 and there's sunshine or sunlight, supposedly sunlight kills the coronavirus. So if you're outside and you got the coronavirus and you don't do it, but you spit on the ground, or you sneeze or cough on something, and that surface is being bathed in sunlight, it will kill the coronavirus. Sunlight will actually kill the coronavirus along with the heat. So that might be why Africa is not that might be the one saving thing for Africa, is that it's they're always above 85. Sun. I guess a lot of sunshine above 85. I mean, yes, some people are going to get sick, but it's not going to be as bad as like Europe, Asia, and North America. Same thing in South America. They except for Brazil, I don't know. But other than Brazil, the rest of South America is doing okay. They're like Africa. It's it's above 85 all the time, lots of sunshine. So South America and Africa are, and that's why the flu. I don't know. I have to look at to see what the statistic is for flu in South America and Africa. I bet you the numbers are real low for flu deaths and flu infection in those particular areas. So so South America, enjoy your. In Africa, enjoy. I guess the one plague that you guys don't have to suffer with, other than Ebola and HIV and West Nile and all of the parasites that they have down there in South America and Africa. Malaria, people, and that's the one thing too, is that I don't know about South America, but at least in Africa. Pretty much the whole of sub-Saharan Africa gets, of course, the West are the one that sends it to them. But each year or twice a year they get a dose of hydroxychloroquine, which is the anti-malarial, and that also, along with the sunshine, the hot weather, people they're already being dosed twice a year with hydroxychloroquine because it is a malaria outbreak area. So you got three things going for them. And yeah, and of course you're seeing crazy videos coming out of Africa of people being sprayed down, people being quarantined. Uh, unlike us, they actually have militaries with machine guns patrolling the streets. So, all I gotta say for the African nations is don't, you guys are safe. Don't listen to the Western propaganda, and just let your people out. Let them go shopping, let them go to work, and you'll be fine. All right, thank you guys.